What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Lightwork for short. And today, I'm bringing y'all some Madden 20 gameplay. Now, this gameplay is a little bit funny. You're gonna see me running another offense. Probably haven't seen me run it before because it's not mine. It's not my scheme. It's not what I do. It's not how I play. But it's Black Rain's scheme. And shout out to Black Rain. I check out his videos every day. He blow people out and different things like that. Now, light work. How did we get here? How did you decide to play like Black Rain for a day or a game? You know what I mean. Well, we was in the group chat, me and the crew. If you don't know who the crew is, it's me, Goated Mills, V Legendary Lou, Nice With It, Raptor the Prodigy. Who else? Keisha, aka Keelan. So we're in the group chat or whatever. We just talking. And Goated Mills and Nice With It is playing Madden 19 actually. And they're laughing, they're joking. And I said, you know what? And the bright idea just popped in my head like, yo, do somebody else's scheme and try to do it as good as them. Doesn't turn out that way. But check out the video, man. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. On our road to 1,000 subs, man. I appreciate every last one of y'all. But let's jump in. All right. First game of the day. Going against YPC Cell _Cell. Sorry for the camera coming on late. I was having trouble with my Elgato. That's why he's on the 27-yard line. All right, I guess my defense did something right. But anyway, Black Rain mode. You know what I'm saying? Twist hair rain. You know how we do. Man, beat it. Get out my face. You did. All right, so I want to give y'all a little background about me. I was raised in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Part of my life. The other part I was raised in Norfolk. Give me that! That's so much defense. So much defense. All right. I was born in Hampton, but raised in Norfolk and Virginia Beach. My first high school, I went to Tallwood High School in Virginia Beach. You dig. Shout out to the Lions. We were trash our first 2 years. Like, our first 2 years, we were 5-5. I played linebacker and running back. My freshman year, I played JV. My sophomore year through my senior year, I played varsity. Yeah, man, it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? Had a lot of fun. But my sophomore year is when I started to show out, started coming to my own and everything. Had a pretty good year. I played fullback. Most of my sophomore year due to the fact that, there was a lot of seniors, but also we played in a I-form offense. I don't even think we had any plays in shotgun. You did. But anyway, so, I do that for my sophomore year, don't get no honors or anything, just pretty average, So, that's a dot. Oh! It's a dot, man. But, my sophomore year rolls around. My sophomore year, it's time to show out, man. It's time to show out for them colleges and everything like that. So, that's what I do. You did. My junior year, I got all district, second team, all region honors at linebacker. Okay, running back, I was good, but there was obviously guys that played running back, and that's all they did. I played running back, linebacker. I played special teams. I did it all. Sometimes at the end of the games, when I'd be so tired, my mom would just have to throw me in the ice tub, or in my bathtub full of ice, and just let me sit there. And that's another thing for y'all young athletes. Do not think that hot water or sitting in a hot bath is gonna fix y'all. It's not. You need ice. You need ice to put on your body first, and then you can do the heat after. All right. So, I'm showing out, man. Like I said, I get all district, second team region. I'm feeling good. So, the biggest game of my career was the night before we played the state champions, the state champions. I had blocked the field goal, I blocked the punt, I had 12 tackles, and I had 100 yards rushing. Now, mind you, I play all phases of the game. So the next week we played the state champions. They end up becoming the state champions. They have Percy Harvin, who ended up playing for the Vikings, and then he played for Seattle and the Jets, and I think that's it. But he was on that team. They had another guy named Devion Simmons. He was the number 1 linebacker in the state. I think he was number 10. Get him out of here, bum. Get out of here. No, he's not gonna quit. He's not gonna quit. But you did. But they had him. They had the number 10 wide receiver in the nation as a junior, and that was Percy's teammate, Damon McDaniel. Bro, they had their team was so stacked. They were so stacked, and we went out there with my boys, my fellas, and yeah. How did you trip? Get some balance, son. God, boy. Come on, Ward. Give me that pick, Ward. Yeah. Dude, I'm there, I'm there. But, I transferred. After that season, after my junior year, I ended up transferring to the state champion Lansdowne Eagles. And let me just say this: gang violence, gang affiliation, gang activity, being a part of a gang, you and your crew or your group of friends calling yourselves a gang name or whatever is not cool. It's not the move. I do not condone it. I don't want to see none of y'all get a part of that. Straight like that. But and that's why I transfer schools. So I go to Lansdowne, and this is my senior year, so I gotta show out. I ended up, my regular season stats was I had 120 tackles, and I ran the ball for 600 yards. Now, y'all may say, well, that ain't no big accomplishment running for 600 yards. But when you're in a passing first offense, it is. So, my fault. You see me, I'm running with the Rams here. I'm the Rams. King, safety, 31. I think 31 was his high school number. I think I'm playing a high schooler right now. But either he's a high schooler or that was his number in high school. Give me that! Come on, dude. I read. I like that page. I know these things. I got the knowledge. I got it. But, yeah, it was what it was, man. I played with Percy Harvin. We were both junior. We were seniors at the time. Percy was a senior, so he had to shine. I think he ended that year with 65 touchdowns or something like that. Some out of this world number. Dame had 40. Man, we were blowing cats out. That's the reason why they had so many touchdowns, because we were blowing cats out. We beat my brother's team, my boy Josh, shout out to him. We beat them 70-12. They didn't have a prayer. And they were actually a decent football team. I ain't gonna sit there and say they were trash or anything like that, but we beat the brakes off them. 70-12. So when we got in the playoffs, well, my fault, I'm skip past something. Right before we got to the playoffs, I broke a bone in my foot. They say I sprained my ankle real bad, but I actually broke a bone in my foot and my ankle that made my foot hurt. It was the weirdest thing. When you're 17 years old, you don't know how the body works. You just want to get out there and play. So you did, but we go out there on the playoffs, have a decent first round. Percy goes down with a hip injury. We don't think we're gonna have him for probably the biggest game of the playoffs, and that was us versus Oscar Smith. Shout out to Oscar Smith. They really bounced back the years after, man. They won I want to say 3 state championships since I've left high school. And it's very hard for a beach team to do, or a school from our districts in our cities to do, because of the limited talent that's out there. But Oscar Smith seems to load up every year. Shout out to him. I tried to hit him over top. I don't even know why. Hoodie Rain wouldn't do that. But Black Rain, nah, Black Rain wouldn't do that either. But Light Work would do it. But anyway, I read. See, I knew he was in cover 3. He had 3 back there. He had a linebacker. He didn't bring him out. I know it, man. I read the playbook. But anyway, I paused the game because I was trying to see if I had a faster running back. And I realized I don't. I don't at all. So I'm running with Gurley. But yeah, so we get into the playoffs, and Percy gets hurt. Our first playoff game, he gets hurt, and everything. So we don't think we're gonna have him for the next game. Well, he comes back. We played probably the biggest game of the playoffs, like I said before, against Oscar Smith, and this is my first time. This is my first time ever playing in front of 10,000 people in a high school game. The game was supposed to be at a place called the Sportsplex, but since they sold so many tickets, they had to move it to Norfolk State University for we can have a bigger stadium. It was wild, man. It was crazy cold. The fans was going nuts, man. And we end up winning that game. I want to say we end up winning the game 17 to 10. No, yeah, 17 to 10. If I'm correct, I think so. 17 to 10. Percy scored 17 to 10. I want to say 17 to 10, something like that. So anyway, we go on. Like I said, we played the biggest game of our lives, man. That was the biggest game of our lives. Not too many people say they could play in front of 10,000 people in a high school game. Now, I'm not talking about you guys that played in Ohio, Florida, Texas. We're talking about Virginia, okay? This is Virginia. So we go on, we play, I take wide angles, man. I realized that too. For Madden 21, I gotta stop taking wide angles. But, I play another big game. At this now, I don't know how they pulled this off, but we had a state semifinals playoff game at the high school that we were playing. Let me repeat that. The team we was playing had a home field advantage. Literally, you dig? Come on, man. They tried to cheat us. Didn't work. We end up beating them 25-14. And it was that was another wild game. I think they had that game. I think the stadium held 2,000 people. The stadium was packed to 8,000 people. Mostly from our side. College scouts. Florida was there. Florida State was there. USC was there. As I throw a dot. It was crazy, man. It was wild. And we ended up winning the game. Actually, on the last play of the game, we were up 19-14, and they actually threw it at Percy Harvard. They threw it at Percy Harvard. He picked it off, took it 99 yards the other way. Ball game. And we end up losing the state finals. I think we lost like 28-7. But they were the better team, and I don't, as my boy Goated Mills would say, they were just a better opponent. But right here, I go 5 wide like Rain, not like Hoodie Rain though. You know what I'm saying, like Black Rain. So I bring him in the block because I'm tired of getting my ass sacked. And cut it off. See, when I throw the ball, I look, cut it off, even on the wheel right. And then we run the stretch, touchdown with Gurley. Woo! I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm telling you, man, I read the book. I read the playbook. Cover 3, cover 2, man, cover 4, cover 6, cover 9, cover 10. I don't think that's a real coverage, but whatever. I got this. So he tried to hit me over the top. So after the season, I realized I can't wrestle. I can't wrestle. I was number 1 in the state going into my senior year, and with the broken, I had a broken bone in my ankle that affected my foot, and so what happened was we agreed to put a cast on it, and I would wrestle at the end of the season. Well, I talked with my coach, talked with my mom, talked with my uncle, who was a 2-time state champion, Virginia state champion as well. And I guess they felt it was in the best interest that I worry about football and not worry about wrestling. And it hurt me, man. I broke down. I was hurt for a couple weeks, but it is what it is. I would have won state that year. I would have won state my senior year. But it is what it is. So go to college. I signed my letter of intent to Kent State University as I get obliterated. Jeez. Why y'all hitting me so hard? But whatever. So I go to Kent State. My freshman year, I redshirt. I come in as a linebacker. They recruited me as a linebacker and a fullback. But I didn't. But that's another story. I didn't play fullback to my junior year in college, which was whatever. So, and to you guys that are playing, high school football right now, you're getting recruited. Do not fall for them talking about, when you come in, you're gonna start and all that crap, blah 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 blah. It's all bull crap. It's all bull. Oh, I meant to tell you about my college offers before I signed my letter of intent. So my college offers were Syracuse, NC State, who else? Delaware, Elon. I think there's one other school, but you dig. But they were talking about I wasn't gonna play to my junior year, and I really wasn't with that. So I went on to camp. I actually committed my on my official visit. I committed, and then I signed my letter of intent. But anyway, let's get to the college. So in college, my first year I redshirted. I came in as a linebacker. Now the problem was I was overweight. I weighed 250, like 255 when I came in, and I couldn't run with the weight. In high school, I ran around. My weight was around like 215, 220. So I couldn't run with that weight. So what ended up happening is one bye week happens, and they're like, "Hey man, let's throw Rainey down there. Rainey, go get in there, play nose guard." My stupid self go out there and freaking dominate the offense. I dominate the offense. You wouldn't believe what they did to me at spring ball. You did. Anyway, man. Hey, Donald, man. I don't know that boy's speed, but He's strong as an ox. You dig? All right. So right here, I'm trying to run the ball again. Get this girly. But no, I didn't get much out of that. But anyway, so like I said, I dominate. In the springtime, they put me at nose guard. And I'm still dominating. I'm still killing. But we had a senior, a guy that was going to the senior year, and I guess for them it was more important for him to start, and that was okay. So I ended up playing special teams. I ended up hurting my ankle. I sprained my ankle really bad, and I ended up playing special teams for the rest of the year. My highlight of my freshman year, I tackled Antonio Brown. That was like the biggest accomplishment ever. Like, he became a future star, like NFL or whatever. But I tackled him on a reverse play that they love to run so much. He went to Central Michigan, if you do not know. But I made a big tackle on him, and it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. Right here, I'm trying to figure out if he's in man or zone. I think he ends up being in zone. I think. Yeah. Ends up being in zone. I don't know why I back up so far. But I made a a light work throw, and it didn't go so well. But yeah, man, that was my redshirt freshman year. My sophomore year, I'm coming in and I'm balling. I'm balling out. And I get the first down right there. I'm balling out. They can't stop me. I'm going to start, period. Like, no debating. I'm the best out there. They give it to the senior again. And at this point, I was contemplating quitting or transferring because I was like, I'm the best out here at that time. At that time, I was the best. And y'all gave it to him because he was a senior. And that wasn't right, especially in college. So, I played sparingly, off and on my sophomore year and on D-line. I still play special teams. I actually become the captain of the special teams as a sophomore. I become the captain. You did. But anyway, that season plays the way it plays. My junior year is when I actually start. My biggest game was against Baylor. My junior year, I was balling out, man. I was balling. But I think the problem was that I was so small that at the end of the season, I was just so broken up. I was so tired and beat down that I couldn't really finish a season. And I don't mean like I was hurt, but I was just, the punishment of playing against 300-pounders starts to get to you. It's like having a running back and all you do is run the ball. It takes a toll. So, I do that my junior and senior year. My senior year, I was kind of, as I throw a pick. Why am I in the game with this guy, man? So he hits me in the screen. Oh, perfectly called. This is about to be GG. Oh, GG's. Oh, you dig. Oh, my goodness. So, like I said, man, my college career really wasn't that spectacular. My pro day, I went out for running back, and did a pretty good job, man. Did a really good job, actually. And I got a call from the Buffalo Bills. But, things happen, and I got hurt, and that was it. And football didn't have that same love anymore. It didn't. When I played it, it didn't touch my heart, man. And if you ever get to that point where it doesn't make you happy anymore, you're like, I don't want to do this or I don't want to do that. Leave, man. Be done with football. Go about your way, man, because you can get yourself hurt. Get yourself hurt in the long run. So, fourth quarter, I know I've been doing a lot of talking, telling y'all about my high school career, my college career, but, throw a screen here. Oh, get sticky. I I oversticulated. That was going to be so much stick. So much stick. But, man, we're going into overtime, 14-14. This is a defensive battle, man. Defensive battle that I wasn't ready for. Playing like Black Rain. I thought I was going to be able to run the ball all over people. Don't work against everybody. Doesn't work against everybody. It may be team over scheme this time. Team over scheme this time. Because everybody can't run your scheme, Black Rain. But anyway, I decided to run the ball here. You know, come on, motion. Come on, we run up. Get out the way. 76. What number is that? 66, 76, whatever. Get out the way. I'm running one more time. Uh-oh. We got the blocks. We go. That's 91 speed. You're not gonna catch 91 speed. We in there, man. Man, look, man, I hope y'all enjoyed my Black Rain impersonation, my Black Rain gameplay. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I love and appreciate every last one of y'all, man. Big shout outs to y'all, man. We are gone. We are out. As Black Rain would say,